How's it going, everybody? Pidgey PCs here. Got another full unboxing video to do for you guys today. Yesterday I unboxed everything in the Evangelion setup, and I figured I'd do the same thing for this setup as I haven't seen anybody do it yet. This is the TUF Gaming Demon Slayer collaboration. This originally started out as an overseas collaboration and then eventually brought its way over here to the North American market. Now, there are two components on this table that are not available over in the North American market, and that's the motherboard and the AIO. Those I actually had to import out of Hong Kong. Now, the other pieces, like the case, the mouse pad, the headset, the mouse, and the graphics card, all are available over here. Now, everything with the exception of the graphics card comes in two different configurations. You know, for the motherboard, you have the Zenitsu and the Nezuko motherboard. Zenitsu being the Intel-based one, and Nezuko being the AMD version. The AIO, same thing. You've got Nezuko and Zenitsu. Obviously, Nezuko is pink, and then the Zenitsu one is actually black. The case, as you saw on the very first build I did on this channel, is a bright yellow GT501, which is the Zenitsu Edition. Well, this one is going to be the Nezuko GT301, and you'll actually see this case. It's actually pretty cool. The mouse pad comes in both the Hashibira or the Nezuko version. The headset comes in the Tanjiro or Nezuko. And the mouse actually is just like the graphics card, and it comes in only the Tanjiro version. Now, I just thought it was a cool little addition of adding the pops. You know, I thought these were cool, so I got all of the different pops for the build. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into unboxing, starting with the case. All right, so as part of this collaboration, like I said, this is the TUF Gaming GT301 Nezuko case. This is the smaller mid-tower, much like the Gundam Zaku 2 edition case. But let's go ahead and get this box open, and then that way I can just show you this case, because like I said, it's actually a pretty cool looking case. All right. So on the very back here, you can tell it's a very pink case, which, like I said, is actually kind of cool looking and goes with the whole theme that we're trying to do here. On the front of the case, it does have a really nice, you know, pattern that goes right here, plus her little bamboo mouthpiece that's right here. And then on the top is the dust filter that's actually pink and has a silhouette of Nezuko. So let's go ahead and get this tempered glass off, that way you can see the inside of it. Now, like I said, the case is on the smaller side, so, you know, builds will actually look pretty cool in here. The top cannot house well, depending on the RAM that you choose, the top won't house an AIO just because of the clearance of the VRMs or the RAM. When I do this build, I'm actually going to mock it up first to make sure that I can put the AIO at the top, just because I want to make sure I get this build done correctly the first time. With the Zaku 2 edition, I actually had to run the AIO on the side here. But this case does come with 4 pre-installed fans, all TUF Gaming RGB fans. 3 in the front, 1 in the rear. Let's go ahead and get this rear cover off, so that way you can see the back of it. So this is the back where all the cable management and everything goes. Now you do get 2 hard drive cages with all of your hardware that's inside of it. You also do get an ARGB hub that is compatible with 6 fans, which is actually really cool. On the top here, you do see that it's got these little inserts here. Those are actually for holding a headset. So the case will come with, let me see if I can get it out here. It comes with a little bracket that you can set your headset on. So you literally remove this little piece and your headset will actually go in and it'll sit just like this. And you can do it on either side. You can do it on the front or the back. It does feature 2 USB Type A on the top here. It also has a audio jack on the top and the power button, as well as a RGB button and a reset button. So yeah, that is the actual TUF Gaming GT301 Nezuko Edition. It's time to get on to the next component. All right, up next we're going to take a look at the graphics card going in this entire system. This is the Asus TUF Gaming RTX 3060 12GB edition. This is a Zenitsu based graphics. So let's go ahead and get this box open. That way I can show you what this GPU looks like. The only thing about this graphics card is, I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and I kind of feel the same way. I wish they did maybe a little bit of a step up on the GPU. And what I mean by that is by going with, like, say, a 3070 or even a 3060 Ti. But that doesn't take away from the actual graphics card, because it is really cool looking. But inside the box, like all of the TUF Gaming graphics cards, you do get the speed up manual, as well as a thank you for purchasing card. You get the certificate of reliability from TUF Gaming, and then you get the little warranty card here. So let me get all of this off the table. That way you can see this graphics card. All right. So this is what the actual graphics card looks like. The whole design of it is actually really cool looking. It does feature 2 HDMI ports and 3 display ports. And the power is just a single PCIe 8-pin. So, like I said, I do love the graphics of this actual GPU. I do kind of wish it was a little bit higher tier GPU, but that shouldn't take away from the fact that it's going to look really cool in this build. Let's go ahead and do a little fan spin, and then we'll get into the next component. Up next, we're going to take a look at the motherboard that I decided to go with on this Demon Slayer build. This is another Zenitsu based component, but this is the B560 Plus Wi-Fi motherboard. This is a full-size ATX motherboard, and it is graphic, like I said, in the Zenitsu theming. So I'm going to get the graphics card out, the motherboard out, and then that way I can just stick it on the stand next to me here and then show off everything that this motherboard comes with. So inside the box for this motherboard, you do get the Wi-Fi antenna. You will also get some SATA cables, some M.2 mounting hardware and M.2 pads. You will get the driver disc, and then finally you get the manual. Since this motherboard was only available overseas, the entire motherboard is actually in a different language. So it is cool to see that, as well as, you know, like I said, the disc on this thing is also got the Demon Slayer logos and everything like that. So let's get everything back in this box and then show you this Demon Slayer motherboard. All right. So this motherboard is a 11th gen Intel based motherboard. You know, the really cool thing about it is it's got this yellow IO shield right here, or IO cover. The IO shield is integrated on this one, and as you can see, it's got the lightning bolts going up and down it. Throughout the motherboard, you'll also see that it does have all of the lightning bolts on it, as well as the actual CPU socket cover is in the Demon Slayer theming. So I really like this motherboard. It's actually really cool looking. It does, as far as CPU power, it is only one 8-pin. So relatively low wattage power supply will be needed for this. I would say anything less than between an 850 and a 650, just depending on the CPU you're going to run, will be plenty for this motherboard, as well as the 3060 graphics card if you do want to run a full Demon Slayer PC setup. But this is the motherboard. Let me get it back in the box and then we'll move on to the next PC part. The final of the PC tower parts is going to be the Nezuko Edition AIO. This is a liquid-cooled 240mm ARGB setup. Let's get into the box here, that way you can see everything that it comes with. Alright, now the fans on this are actually really cool looking. Let me get, you know, them unbagged here, that way you can see both of them clearly. So the fans that come on this are PWM 4-pin as well as the 3-pin ARGB. Now, one of them will have her little headband, or not headband, but the hair tie sitting on the actual fan hub itself. And then the other one will have the TUF Gaming logo, and both of them are in the little pink logo. So I found those really cool looking for the fans that are going to be ran on this AIO. It does come with all hardware for Intel 1700, 1200, and then AMD. It also does come with a fan splitter and a RGB splitter as well. You do get a set of stickers with it. It is the Nezuko themed stickers for it. And then the actual manual. The AIO portion of it is a 240mm radiator. Get this off. And then the pump housing is Nezuko herself. As you can see here. And then, like all of the ASUS AIOs, they do come with pre-applied thermal paste on them. This has got to be probably one of my favorite looking AIOs. It's really cool looking, just how they did the whole theming for Nezuko. But that is the AIO. So let's go ahead and get into the peripherals. We're going to kick off the peripherals on this unit with the Tanjiro based headset. You know, like I said, the headset, it does come in both Tanjiro or Nezuko, so you can get either one. All right, now this headset is able to be worked on, you know, a PS5 or your PC. And it will feature, you know, your little manuals and your warranty guide as well. Getting into the box here, looks like we do get the little adapter, so that way if you want to have the headset and the microphone separated, it does come with the little adapter on that. Now, as far as the actual headset goes, it is green. Pads itself, it does feature, you know, a little headband here with the little checkering. The mouthpiece is just your integrated, it's not removable, and then the inside of the pads are the green checkering with the TUF logo. You know, the little details like that look really cool when Asus does stuff like this. To connect it to anything, it is just a 3.5mm headphone jack that features a 4-post. So this is the actual headset that will be ran on the build. The next component we're going to take a look at is the Tanjiro based mouse. This is an M3 TUF gaming mouse. And let's go ahead and get into the box so you can see it. This mouse is really cool looking. It is a wired mouse, it's not wireless. So in the box you will get the warranty card as well as the actual product manual. The mouse connects with a USB Type-A plug, and the mouse itself is black but features a white scroll wheel as well as the green checkering that goes along the actual trimming. It has a little white cable maintainer, or a cable strap. That way it holds all of the cable together. Like I said, this mouse is actually really cool. It does feature an ARGB Demon Slayer logo right here. The final thing we're going to look at as part of this Demon Slayer setup is going to be the Hashibira themed mouse pad. This is the only Hashibira themed component in the entire PC lineup. You know, when I was speccing out all of the parts, I wanted to make it as even as possible using all of the main characters. But unfortunately, like I said, the only part that I could get for Hashibira was the mouse pad. This is TUF Gaming's P1 mouse pad, and it's actually, you know, really cool looking how they did it for everything. It is, I want to say, 2mm thick with stitching on the edging. And it is very flexible, and it's actually a very nice mouse pad. Alright guys, so we are completely done with all the Demon Slayer unboxing. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Just let me know down in the comments as to which was your favorite Demon Slayer component, and I'll catch you guys on the PC build.